So my name is Vincent. I'm the program chair for MSc in Accounting, which is a brother program of the MSc International Accounting and Business. I'm also assistant professor here, the same as my colleague. So my email is there, which if you need further clarification, you can come up there. So the MSc in Accounting is a bit different from the the MIAB or the MSc International Accounting and Business, because this one focus mostly on professional accountancy. So we expect you to have a background in accounting, specifically because you are being trained as a professional accountant here. But the other point of difference is you have a very high student experience in terms of student class size, and you have a good number of colleagues who are very much vested into the accounting. We have good lecturers who are more experienced with industry experience and also long term of teaching. And we have had a good reputation for international accreditation. So when it comes to that, when you do the MSc in accounting, which is full accounting, you are going to get CAP 2 exemption from the Chartered Accountant Ireland, which is the professional body in Ireland. You're also going to get 9 ACC exemptions. So basically, you are going to get all the part 1 and 2 exempted if you do it. And then you also have a very high success in your professional exam. So after the program, when you go and you want to complete your professional exam. So for example, after this master's, if you want to be a chartered accountant in Ireland, you are going to write only the final part of the CA, that is the FAE level, which is grand. So you have few papers to write, and there's high success rate. Again, to echo what my colleague said, there's a high employment opportunities with this program. Most of our students get job before even they complete, which is great. So there's high graduate employability for this program. As I was saying, there's most of our students have come back with very good feedback about how good the course is in terms of quality of teaching, student experience, the class size, and what student experience there. So some of them is lecturers with extensive knowledge. As I said, most of the lecturers are coming from the industry. They have industry background, and they have been teaching the courses and the models for a long time. And then the staff teaching are very superb. Apart from the technical knowledge they have, they also have the skills to be able to impart knowledge, and they teach with practical insight. So as I indicated again, the program is internationally recognized. So it's recognized by the Chartered Accountant Ireland. You have the ACCA exemptions, and then you also get exemption for the Irish Tax Institute. So these are some of the benefits of doing the MSc in accounting. So the industry also value this program very well. So some of our graduates who have gone up to be big, to occupy top positions in a big organization like Deloitte, always recognize that the MSc accounting differentiates itself from other courses. Now, the structure is very similar to the one we already talked about. So what is the MSc in accounting? Have 90 credits in a year. It's 3 semesters. So most of the teaching and the exams are done in semester 1 and 2. And then in the semester 3, which is the summer, you do a dissertation. So you have a dissertation component to do, which also prepare you to the research world. So if you want to maybe continue after the program to do a further research studies like a PhD or maybe other related research, we also train you in that area. So some of the models are year long. So year long model means you don't write exams until the academic year ends, and then some of them too is a semester model, which means you write exams at the end of the semester. So this is normally the structure. So compared to the MSc International Accounting and Business, this is purely accounting related. So it's heavily loaded with accounting models. So you see the lines of auditing, taxation, corporate investment. You also get the likes of international financial accounting, analysis, management accounting. So you see that there's a difference. The difference is the MSc in accounting is purely focused on accounting. So that's why you get a Cap 2 exemptions from Chartered Accountant Ireland, and you also get more ACCA exemptions. Now we come to the entry requirement. The MSc accounting have a very strict entry requirement because it's very, very competitive. So normally we take students who have 2.1 and 2.1 and above for some. So in some countries they call it second class upper in business. So you have to have more specialization in accounting. So ideally it's supposed to be a level 8 qualification, like first degree, and you should score 2.1 and above or second class upper. And it's not just that, you should have more, you should have done more in accounting. And then the second condition is for you to get full exemption from Cap 1 exam. So as most international students, you need to, if you believe that you meet the exemption requirement, you have to write to the CA Chartered Accountant Ireland, and they will give you a letter to confirm that based on your degree, you are eligible for Cap 1 exemptions. We don't do it for you. So before you apply, if you are interested, I've put the website there. When you go there, you read about it. You compare what you have done at the degree, and then you compare with the requirement. If you believe that you meet the requirement, you write to them. They have a portal there. You submit your documents. They will verify it, and then they will give you a letter confirming that you are fully exempted, meaning that you are, based on the degree you have done, you are not going to write a Cap 1. And then you have to upload it as part of your application form, as part of your application document. So ideally, if you are still doing degree and you are not done, but you have significant component of accounting, and you believe that it meets the requirement of Cap 1 exemption, you can start the application for the MSc in accounting, and then we can give you a conditional offer. Once you are done with your studies and you apply to Chartered Accountant Ireland and they give you the letter, then you can upload it. So it's a process. You can do the application and then later on you submit them in the future. You submit the other documents before we can give you a firm offer for you to accept. So remember, the difference here is for the MSc in accounting, you need to have accounting degree. If you don't have an accounting degree and you have other degree, you must have significant component of the degree to be in accounting. So for example, you may have Bachelor of Accounting and Finance or Bachelor of Accounting and Digital Business. If you can if your transcript demonstrates that you have a significant number of accounting models that you have done at the degree, we could consider it. And above all, you should be able to get Cap 1 exemption. So you have to do the application for the exemption yourself from the Chartered Accountant Ireland. And then if they give you the exemptions, then you get admission. Again, like the MIAB, we also have a lot of prizes for our students. So the overall student gets award from EY. We also have students for research and portfolio. So those who do the research, the best research gets an award, and we also have research from the Irish Tax Institute. So all this indicate how close we are, or how close the program is linked to the industry, because we have a lot of industry sponsorship and a lot of industry connection. So that we also bring a lot of industry guest lectures to also talk about what is happening in industry, which gives you a window into see what you want to do after your graduation. So the application process is same as the other models, EU, non-EU. So you get most of the information from the program website. So if you go to DCU and Google, or even if you Google MSc in Accounting DCU, to send you to the program web page, or if you go to the DCU web page and look for MSc in Accounting, you are going to get a lot of information. So you have to be able to, if you are non-EU, you need to apply by July, and then if you are EU, if you are EU Irish, you have to apply by the 30th of August, and you have to submit. Again, you can start the application. You don't need to have all the documents before you apply. You can start, and if you deem that you will be eligible, we can give you a conditional offer and tell you the documents you need to bring. So we have had a very success rate in terms of where our graduates go. We have a lot of our graduates in all of these businesses. So most of them particularly end up in the big four, what the PwC, EY, Deloitte and co. Most of them get KPMG. Most of them go and work there. However, you also have a lot of them in other places like Kerry, like the Dublin airport. Some of them are also working with other international accounting firms. Others are working in banks. So we have had a very success rate in terms of graduate employability. That's all. Just to recap, the difference between this program and the one we talked about earlier is the fact that this is purely focusing on accounting, and you get more exemption with this. However, this have a strict requirement. You need to have 2.1 and above in your degree, and your degree should have more specialization in accounting, and you need to make sure that you get a Cap 1 exemption from Chartered Accountant Ireland. So this is the caveat to this program. So if you want to apply for it or you're looking into it, I will encourage you to first look at the Chartered Accountant Ireland to see the exemptions, whether you'll be eligible or not. If you think you'll be eligible based on what you are studying, you write to them, they will give you the guidelines how to go about it, and then you make sure you get 2.1 and above. So these are not negotiable. You have to have it before, because it's very, very accounting intensive. And when you finish, you get a Cap 2 exemption. So we have to make sure that you have the Cap 1 exemption before you start. All right. Thank you very much. If there is any question, you can put it in the chat.